Force will be with you, always.
3 days ago, Aman Esfandi tweeted out that things are going to get real good real fast. He's playing Ezra Bridger in the new Ahsoka show coming out in August. Well, we haven't gotten a trailer yet, but Empire Magazine has released its new covers, and they've released more pictures that are giving us glimpses of what's happening in the series, and I'm super excited because in this image here, we get so much. Not only does Sabine Wren have her hair cut much more like what we see in Rebels, we also see her in her Mandalorian armor, and look at her belt. There's a lightsaber. Now, in some other images that I found, which I think came from a secret trailer that was shown at Star Wars Celebration, we see her using this lightsaber. Now, she would be good at wielding a lightsaber because of her practice using the dark saber that comes from Star Wars Rebels. So where is this lightsaber? What lightsaber is on her belt? Well, it's most likely Ezra Bridger's lightsaber because, well, spoilers, if you haven't seen the final season of Rebels, go watch that, then come back. But Ezra gives Chopper his lightsaber as he's going to turn himself in to Grand Admiral Thrawn.
This is what I was meant to do.
There's another way. There's always another way. I won't let you go.
So it isn't far-fetched to think Chopper, who is abnormally quiet in the scene, which kind of just brings the heightened level of intensity of what's happening, the seriousness of what Ezra is saying and doing in this moment, kind of giving himself up just like he saw his master do, giving himself up. And that's another lightsaber that we can talk about, ends up in other places, and some folks have thought that it ends up in the hands of these Dark Jedi. I don't think so, but that's another video for another time. Back to Ezra. Ezra hands this off to Chopper, so it's not hard to imagine that then after Ezra's gone, that Chopper gives the lightsaber to Sabine because she would know how to use it. Now, these are small little things that are obviously being leaked out intentionally because they're pictures put out by the magazine to get us excited. And it's working for me because not only seeing Sabine in her Mandalorian armor, she just looks the part so much better here in this image than in some of the images we saw in the first Ahsoka trailer. So I cannot wait for the next trailer to drop, the official release date, even though we've seen it leaked and then it was deleted, that it was August 31st. So maybe the last possible day in August, which would kind of be lame, but is what it is. So what do you think? It's pretty obvious to me that this is Ezra's saber and that we're going to get to see Sabine use it. I also wonder where this falls in the show because obviously in the trailer she has longer hair and maybe those scenes aren't going to be used, but I have to think that maybe she starts with the longer hair and then as the season progresses she cuts her hair, puts back on the armor, something along those lines. Let me know what you think down below. What's the story arc going to look like for Sabine here in this Ahsoka show? And is there going to be a moment where Sabine and Ezra and Ahsoka are all together and maybe she's going to hand back the saber to Ezra in that moment? And again, I'm just intrigued to find out what they're going to do. As we've already seen from the leaked trailer, we kind of get an idea that Sabine is going to use the saber before it might go back to Ezra or whatever is going to happen. But either way, this is just showing the level of detail and intrigue that they're starting to put out. And I'm really intrigued by it. I do hope we get an opportunity to see them all together again, obviously minus Kanan, but to see all of the Rebel crew together on screen, I think is going to be really awesome. Particularly, I'm also most excited probably to see how they handle Grand Admiral Thrawn. If you want to see more about that, you can click on the video right here where I talk about maybe Thrawn being the best Star Wars villain, maybe even more needed right now than Darth Vader. I don't know. Check it out. Let me know what you think. And remember, the Force is with you always.